Anyways, meanwhile, Royston Tan has a new film, 12 Lotus, and it's opening in cinemas tomorrow. Have you caught it yet, Helmi?
Yes, I was at a gala premiere held on Sunday where the director and his cast were cheered on by hundreds of excited fans. And you know what? They were really being treated like rock stars. Especially Royston Tan. I think he has, over the years, really become incredibly famous among Singaporeans. And he drew a lot of excited fans.
Now, these are scenes actually from 12 Lotus, right?
Yep.
And 12 Lotus tells the story of a simple girl who wants to grow up to be a Ge-Tai singer. Apparently 50% of it mimics Liu Lingling's life story. And Liu Lingling, of course, is inside 12 Lotus as well.
She plays the lead character. Mindy Ong plays the younger version of the character. And then this is Mindy Ong.
Of course.
And subsequently, when she grows older, she's played by Liu Lingling.
Yeah. What do you think of Chi being in almost every single Singapore-made movie there is?
Well, that's because he is Raintree's only signed-on artist.
Well, Joan Chen has been in quite a few as well recently.
Yes, but she's not a Raintree artist.
Yeah, she's not either. So only Chi.
Yes.
Interesting.
Now, the film was playing homage to Hong Kong tearjerkers of the 60s and 70s. And that's why this is very melodramatic compared to his previous films.
Even 881?
Even 881. 881, I wouldn't really classify it as a melodrama. I thought it was a musical with strong elements of a drama, but it was quite coherent as a musical, quite cogent as a musical. But this is very, very melodramatic. In fact, if anything, I thought the film was a little schizophrenic.
Well, the thing is that 50% of it is actually about Liu Lingling and her real life story. Can you imagine how tough her life must actually be? You know, 50% is a huge portion of the movie. I guess, I don't know what parts are not mimicking her life, but oh well.
Well, you know, to be perfectly honest, I really didn't like this film. I've seen all his films.
Even 881?
I've seen everything. I've seen all his films, including his short films and his music videos.
And the ghost one?
The ghost one, yes. And I was I've always been very, very impressed.
Even the ghost one?
What ghost one?
There was this ghost one that he had.
No, I didn't see that one. I've seen his short films, his music videos, and I've seen this. And this, I think, was his weakest effort to date. It was rather schizophrenic in its style. It had elements of comedy. It looked a bit rushed.
Maybe too rushed because he wanted it to be in the 7th month plus. I mean, it was a follow-up in a way to the fever, the 881 fever. And
it's also the first time that he's shooting it by himself. I mean, previously he worked for Eric Khoo's companies, Tawei, and you know, he had the backing of that company. They often took care of a lot of the production, and so all he had to do was direct. But this time around, he really had to take care of many aspects of the production. And I think the quality of the film suffered as a result.
Maybe it's a bit like, you know how we were saying previously, you know, Jack Neo with his movies as well. He's doing too many things in it, which is why maybe, you know, there's a bit of a compromise, you know, because he's doing the production, the direction and everything. Maybe it's the same thing.
But I was very disappointed, and I wasn't the only one. Because when I left the cinema, I met other
couple of the critics?
friends, a few of the critics. But I think the reactions are mixed. Some of the critics liked it, some don't like it at all.
Okay.
But anyway, the thing about Royston is that he strikes me as a very disciplined director. If you see his past films, the style...
I like this one. This is 430.
This is 15. This is 15.
No, that was 430.
Previously, that was 430. But his style is always very consistent throughout.
Yeah.
Whether he's doing a musical or a drama or
this 430 again.
An art film, the tone is always consistent. However, this film is not. 12 Lotus has elements of melodrama and comedy and musical, all mixed very awkwardly with each other.
Film?
This is cut. I should also say that 12 Lotus doesn't have the flourish of some of his previous musicals. They don't have the panache and the razzmatazz of his previous musicals like this one.
This one is CGI though. You can see that, you know, they did it in a green screen.
No, it's not.
Are you sure? Because it looks kind of detached.
No,
like,
no, it's not.
really strange.
All right.
Okay.
All right, moving on.
Moving on, the big budget espionage thriller Edwin A. Salt is being rewritten so that the lead will be played by a woman instead of a man. You go, girl! Tom Cruise was originally meant to play the part, but Columbia Pictures has announced that, and wait for it, Angelina Jolie will play the role instead. Now, Jolie will play a CIA officer who is accused of being a Russian spy.
That's right. Following the box office success of Mr. and Mrs. Smith and Wanted, Angelina has proven that women too can be the lead in action films. Well done, Angelina!
Did you know that she kept on fainting on the set of Wanted?
Oh, I didn't know that.
She did because
Why?
apparently
Because she was pregnant. Oh.
She was too skinny. She kept on fainting. So for her next action movie, they've actually forced her to put on 28 pounds. 28 pounds.
That is how many kgs?
28 divided by about 2, roughly, at least about 14.
That's a lot.
11, give and take.
Okay.
Yeah, about there.
All right.
It's about 2.5.
Meanwhile, Madonna turns 50 on Saturday. She had planned a big birthday celebration at her country estate.
Because she's a big girl now.
Because she's a big girl with lots of champagne and debauchery, but was forced to postpone after she twisted her ankle.
Yes, we actually had photos of her, limping away with the ankle all wrapped. But she joins other female celebrities who still look good in their 50s, like Sharon Stone and Michelle Pfeiffer. I like Michelle Pfeiffer's name, Pfeiffer. You look at it and you want to go Pfeiffer.
And she's a very beautiful woman.
She is very, very
Still
beautiful.
very beautiful.
Still hot. She looked really good in Stardust.
She does.
Yes.
She's going to be the next Audrey Hepburn, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I mean the way she's aging and everything.
Well, we have
gracefully.
midweek
prize giveaway time.
I don't know, something's wrong with my tongue today. Maybe it's because I'm licking too much. But we have a comment that came in yesterday, I think, from
last night.
Care Bear 79, who was commenting on Point Blank's take on bar brawls. Now, Care Bear 79 said, "I simply can't believe that an enjoyable night turned out to be such a nasty memory for clubbers out there. Job scope of a bouncer should be keeping the club safe and not to worsen the situation. No matter what, how could they resort to violence? Moreover, some activities were planned to be held at the place. How can it be safe anymore? Personally, I would want to go there with the thought of enjoying myself, but in the end, get brutally hit for nothing is so worrying. In my view, it only voiced down to poor management."
So, congratulations, Care Bear 79. You've won an Altec Lansing 5.1 speaker system worth $200.
Exactly. Now, Care Bear, let me guess. Were you born in 1979? Just a guess. Just a small guess. Anyways, if you have other comments on Razor Pop, whether it be Madonna turning 50, whether she's hot or not, or Redcliffe, were you guys disappointed that it was in two separate films for Asia, whereas it was one in Europe and the rest of the world?
You can email us, SMS us, Skype us, anything you want, or write your comments in the box below. It's that simple, and you could win a prize. Well, that's all we have for you right now. Join us again after the break when we go into Rage.